Jordan Sky has an oral sensory. I got her Chewies, but she prefers pacifiers. I'm trying to find one that is chewy texture. Any recommendations? OT gave me the Chewies because she was putting everything in her mouth looking for that sensory. Or do I just let her have the pacifier since it works for her? I would say no to the pacifier. The pacifier can mess up the teeth. Because y'all were right in the first place trying to switch the pacifier for something else. Keep trying to switch it. I don't think pacifier is good for Jordan. Look, you might have to just throw it out, honey. You might just have to and deal with a couple of days of meltdown. Sorry to tell you. And then when she's like, Passy, you're like, Chewy. And you just do that for days until she take it. Because the pacifier gone. Stacy had a pacifier. And my mom fussed at me. After he became a little bit older and got teeth, she fussed at me real good. She said, don't you know you ain't supposed to let him suck the pacifier after a while? You want him to have braces. I was like, no. And she shouldn't probably know because look at me. She should know. I should have listened to her. Try something else, honey. They almost said my son had 1 until about 1 year old, and then out the door it went. He got over it in 3 days. Honey, it's gonna be a hard 3 days, but you can do it. Lemon juice inside the pacifier. That ain't right. You torturing these kids. Heaven used to suck these 2 fingers, and one of the aunties put hot sauce on her hand. And I was like, what is this? Is this gonna work? You think this gonna work? It didn't. She wiped it off. I was like, what is this? I don't know what kind of kids y'all think I'm raising, but I'm not raising the dumb ones. It didn't work. She's still using it. You said there's a hole in it, so she threw it in the garbage anyways? That don't buy no more. And get all the spare passies, because I know you got a spare one. Get all the spare pacifiers, gather them up. Have a funeral for them. They're going in the trash. It's so hard to say goodbye to my pacifier. He. Have a funeral. It's done. Grieve. Wear black. 3 days. And it's okay for your baby to cry over the passy, because side face, we all gonna grieve for your pacifier because it was keeping you quiet, honey, and now you screaming. Kayla, update us tomorrow because Kayla said the pacifier in the trash already. There's somebody in my comments lately that's been trying to read me spiritually, tell me what's gonna happen in my life. Let me tell you right now, that's aggravating. I'm ignoring you. That's aggravating. I don't want nobody to tell me about my future life. Let me be ignorant and figure it out as it happened. I want to be surprised. Stop trying to read me. I like to be ignorant. If you know my future, keep it to yourself. I want to be surprised. I don't, Regina. Stop telling me about my future. And then they keep saying that I'm gonna... Ain't nothing wrong with this before I say it. Because I know some of y'all gonna be like, what's wrong with that? Ain't nothing wrong with this before I say it. But they keep telling me that I'm gonna find a handsome brown-skinned stud and we gonna go together. And I'm like, I ain't answered you the first time. What makes you think you should type it again? Now, like I said, ain't nothing wrong with it. I'm not opposed to it. Just what makes you think you could tell me that? What in the world? Aggravating. Reading me without being asked is rude. That's what I think. Look, if you got superpowers, don't be rude with your superpowers. It is not nice to be reading somebody's future without their permission. It ain't. It's rude. How long has he had his communication device, Stacy? Maybe 8 years, 7, 8 years. No, there are a lot of adults with communication devices, honey. No. Not too old for a communication device. Nobody too old or too young for anything. Everybody can be taught. That's what I want y'all to understand. And we was talking about this yesterday, won't we? About kids cooking. It don't matter what age. Put them up there. The babies be cooking. They're not too young or too old for none of this. Everybody can be taught. You just have to find a way to teach. I teach by getting on my son's nerves. Y'all think I just be doing that stuff for the kicks and for the videos? Half and half is for the videos, and half is for to make me feel better. But in reality, I'm prompting him to use his functional communication. I know that baby not in that kitchen. In reality, I'm prompting him to use his tablet because that's how Stacy works. He don't feel motivated to do nothing until he's aggravated. Jamie say he uses too. Please stop. Please go away. I just showed him that button too last month. I wasn't sure that he understood the lesson when I showed it to him because I had to add the button because Heaven was bothering him. Heaven was in his room. And I was like, buddy, tell her to go away. And he just kept saying stop and she wouldn't stop. So I was like, buddy, tell her to go away. And I told him what the button means. And if you press this button, people should go away. And if not, you have my permission to put the pause on it. Showed him the button. And I didn't think he picked up the lesson. But 1 month later, here he is using it. Cheers, Teresa. Bink. 1 month later, here he is using it. Every time he need to use one of those buttons, I teach him how to appropriately use it. I teach him. I be like, come here, give me your tablet. And then I show him what it is, boom. And then I talk to him. This means this. And when you press this, you're telling people this how you communicate this thing. And then I just don't leave him alone. If he trying to talk to me with his secret autism language, look, I'm Tizzy too, but I don't understand your language. We didn't all go to the same Tizzy school. We didn't all go. I don't know what you're saying. I'd be like, look, don't understand you without your tablet. You're going to hear me saying that a lot in these videos. I don't understand you without your tablet. I don't understand you, son. Because I don't. I do, but I don't. I do, but I don't. I communicate to Stacy well, thank you. You say to me he looking for a girlfriend. What? I don't care what my son looking for. He ain't get one. He don't need it. No. My son don't need no girlfriend. When it's time for him to have a girlfriend, he'll get one if he want to. But right now, my son don't communicate enough. No, Golden Key. And I'm going to tell you why cousin can't have a little lady friend. Because your cousin don't communicate enough to give and ask for consent. Now, when your cousin learn to communicate, so he can be like, can I hold your hand? You know what I'm saying? Can I hold your tit? Whatever. He need to be able to ask. And he need to be able to say yes or no. But he need to be able to communicate more if he want a girlfriend. You got to ask. Let me hold your tit. You got to ask. They ain't asking consent to hold tits around here. You need to. You should. That's why I teach my kids. Ask consent to hold everything. Can I hold the cheeks? You got to ask. That ain't right. They just do it. No? Okay. I can't imagine. Cool with that? I can't imagine. Just going. No. As a person that don't like being touched, I need you to tell me before you touch me. I need it. Sorry, I need it. Golden Key said, as an RBT, asking for consent is my second language. See, look, that's what you got to do. Kia said for real, because being spicy, I don't even want to be touched half the time. See? You got to be consenting, okay? Consent me. Don't just come over here grabbing nothing. Don't. Because you're going to start on me. And then I'm going to be dysregulated. And then I ain't going to be in the mood to do nothing. And that's your fault. Okay? Because you ain't tell me you was about to touch me. Kayla said you got to pop them sometimes. Look, who said they just reaching for the tit and not asking? Pop them. Kayla on TikTok said you could pop them. When they come reach for the tit. Bet you they won't do it no more. Nah, F that. Don't go back to them, Shanti. Don't go back to them. I don't think they do that over here in lesbian land. I don't think so. You got to ask everything. Look. It ain't enough consent going around. It ain't enough. I don't like it. Hate it. I'm being a reality. I would love for my son, and my son is handsome, and he can cook, and he can clean, him make a good husband one day. Him make one. But no girlfriend, no wife, no friend, none of that right now, because you're not communicating, son. You're not communicating enough for me. And somebody put me in charge. So, what I say, go. I'm weak. You said now teach no is no? Because he keeps saying please if we say no. Honey, that's for you to teach. Honey, I don't think you're folding your arms enough. Because when you say no, and they be like, come on. Didn't I say no? If you keep asking me, I'm going to be pissed. And it's going to be no forever. How about that? It's going to be no the next week. How about that? I bet you they'll stop asking then. I bet you they will. I don't think you're folding your arms enough, friend. What did I say? If you keep asking, it's going to be no forever. You know it's a full sentence. And I really don't have to keep explaining to you why it's no. At all. I'm not giving you no more explanation. No, I said no. And if you say please, I'm going to say hell no. I'm going to say fuck no. Say it in Spanish too. El no. I don't know how to say it in Spanish. I think it's in Spanish it's still no. Say it in all languages. Nine. I don't know. I don't know how you say no in the other language. That's a good way to say no right there. Here we go. Can I? No. Please. Write no on your knuckles. But he won't say please again. But he won't ask no more. So they was like, all right, all the cigarette smokers, go take your break or whatever. So we went. But then right when we walked up to the smokers pit, they started fueling they was sharing fuel with another boat. And so we can't smoke during that time. And we're fine. We can't smoke. It's okay. We gonna wait. Because that's what we always do. We wait until they finish fueling. And then they hit the bells, bing, and then we can go and smoke. So that's what we was doing. We was waiting. That day, for whatever reason, they did not want us to wait there. It was 90 people, I swear. I'm not lawyering to you. It was 90 people, including me. I was in the front because I got there first. I was in the front. So here come the boat police, the deployment police, the MAs. If anybody knows anything about the Navy, the MAs, they came and they were like, all right, y'all can't stand here. So we were like, well, where are we supposed to stand? Somebody was like, well, where do you want us to go? And he was, I don't know. Y'all don't have to leave, but you just can't stand right here. So we moved over. We listened. We moved over, right? Here come another dude. Actually, the first MA that came to talk to us and tell us to move, he stood there with us too because he was waiting to smoke as well. So we moved over and he came over there and we shoot the breeze, everything, waiting. Here come another MA, Caucasian one. Ain't nothing, look, nothing wrong with Caucasian. It's just part of the story. It's just part of the story. Here come another one. He come up in the front. He say to old dude, didn't you tell them that they couldn't stand over here? And he was like, what you mean? Everybody they not in that area anymore. They over here now. And he was like, nah, y'all can't be over here either. Y'all can't be over here either. And here I go. Why not? I was tired of it at that point. We done already moved. So ain't nobody asking these questions. So I was like, why not? How come? And he said, oh, I see we got a problem. I see we got a troublemaker here. I was like, troublemaker? No. I just want to know why. If you tell us why, we might can help you move to another spot. All I said was, why not? He said I was a troublemaker. So he was like, you leave. Go back to your shop. And I was like, no. No. He was like, what did he say? I was something. He was about to give me a citation talking about him something, disobeying lawful order, etc. I was like, how's this lawful? It's 90 people here. Why are you telling me to leave? I said, what about these people right here? Is he going to tell them to leave as well? And he was like, no, because you're inciting the riot. And I was like, who rioted? Who? I was like, is anybody rioting back here? And everybody was like, no. Everybody was like, we cool. So he specifically picked on me because he was having a bad day. He specifically picked on me. His other friend didn't say nothing the whole time. Specifically picked on me. And then because I said no to him, he was mad because I said no to him. And so then he put me under arrest. And I said, don't touch me at all. Because he came at me hot. He came at me fast and hot. And I thought he was going to grab me. So I said, don't touch me at all. And then as soon as I said, don't touch me, he touched me. And so now I got to scream and act like a crazy person. And then, then he arrested me. And he had the nerve to try to take me all through the hangar bay in handcuffs. He walked me through the hangar bay in handcuffs to embarrass me. Because that's where everybody is, in the hangar bay. He tried to walk me through that. And then my chief saw. And my chief was like, he watching me walk past in handcuffs. He like, because I don't be bothering nobody. I don't. So he was like, what the hell? So he followed. He said, what's going on? I said, oh, I'm getting arrested. The F? And he asked the dude, why you arresting her? And then he told her all the stuff that I supposedly did. And my chief was like, take her downstairs. What you doing? Why y'all walking through the hangar bay? Take her downstairs. What's wrong with you? And then he came down there and he yelled at everybody. My chief yelled at everybody, kicked over the desk, all of it. He said, you got her in handcuffs, taking her through the hangar bay. Y'all doing all this kind of extra stuff. And then he asked the other guy, because the other guy, he got on my nerves. He didn't speak up for me at all. He got on the other guy because the other guy just walking with him. Why didn't you say something? You see them walking through the hangar bay. It's not a rule against that, but it's just like, it's common courtesy. Like, you really want 3,000s of people to see me walking through this hangar bay in handcuffs. You really want that. That's not fair. Because honestly, I did nothing. But I did get in trouble a little bit. Only because of the fact that I called him some names after he grabbed me. I called him a lot of names. And then also I was trying to get him off of me. So I wasn't fighting back. But I gave him a pap. Because why you grabbing me? I papped him. So they got me for that. The inciting a riot, they threw that out. Because they were like, no, she didn't. The insubordination, they threw that out. Because they said that he was, what is the word for it? They said that he picked me out of the group. And you're not supposed to do that. So I did get in a little bit of trouble. And I did get busted down. I did get busted down. It was the second class. I got busted down to third class. So F that guy. And they also later on got him for doing some racist stuff. So that's the only reason why I said he was white in the first place. They got him later on for doing some racist stuff and they took away his badge. He said they should have thrown it all out. Well, They didn't appreciate me papping him. And I get that, but at that point, I was not thinking that he was a MA or a police. I was not thinking that. I was thinking this is a man putting his hands on me. That's all I thought, and it was scary. I ain't think he was gonna hurt me or nothing. It's just, why you touching me, putting your hands on me? And they supposed to be like, I'm gonna grab your hand now. They supposed to do that and shit. He didn't do none of it. He just grabbed my arm, try to put me on the ground, and the dirty ground at that. I know you fucking lying. If you would have just told me to put your hands behind my back, you know what I'm saying, I would have did that. Not you trying to put me on the ground. So that's why I fought back. And that's the story of how I got arrested and seen.